Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Sophia Vasquez, and I'm an account executive here at Odoo. And I'm very excited to present today's dashboard application to you all today. Whether you're an interested business or already a user of our software, please feel free to chime in at any time with questions you may have. Full transparency, I may not be able to get into all of the technical questions on the back end right now as we are live. However, I'm happy to get the right answer over to you if you leave your contact information or shoot me over an email. Now let's go ahead and get into our agenda for today. First and foremost, I'm going to provide some context. If you're an interested user, we'll walk through how you can come to us to be evaluated for your business. Then we'll cover what is Odoo Dashboard, the bread and butter of it. Next, I want to highlight the value you get with Dashboard and Odoo spreadsheets. And then things will get real interesting with our demo as highlight number 4. And then lastly, we'll close out with those questions. As mentioned, drop those down below in the chat. Alrighty, let's get into it. So as an account executive here at Odoo, my goal is to provide assistance in evaluating our software for your solutions, whether you're using a current legacy system or navigating from spreadsheets, you're looking for something more, Odoo can definitely be a beneficial partnership with your business. Go ahead and go to our odoo.com website, email me at sova.odoo.com to get this process started. So why are we here today? What is Odoo Dashboards? For context, Odoo's Dashboard is a robust app crafted to empower business users in making informed decisions by offering a visual snapshot of real-time data. Imagine it as your personal data DJ seamlessly mixing complex data from modules like sales, inventory, accounting, syncing all together like a perfect dance. Get ready to put on your dancing shoes and let's get into our rhythmic solution. Alrighty, so I can't start talking about dashboards without talking about its BFF spreadsheets. Now, we all rely on spreadsheets in our daily routines. Fun fact, according to Forrester Research, 81% of businesses use Excel, and it's really not hard to see why. In today's world, data is like discovering a treasure trove for businesses. It helps pinpoint areas for growth, trend reports, and more. That's why in 2020, Odoo decided to create its own spreadsheet application, which was rolled out with Odoo 14. But we didn't stop there. We quickly realized that simply manipulating data wasn't enough. We wanted more. We also needed to offer a centralized space where people could visualize and analyze data effectively. And so, on that thought, we introduced our revamped dashboard application. Our dashboards and spreadsheets are closely connected in the Documents application. You can easily upload any Excel file from your computer to Odoo Documents and convert it into an Odoo spreadsheet. By combining this feature with the existing data in Odoo, you can manipulate all of your data in one place before showcasing it in your dashboards. In essence, these tools give you a true 360-degree view of your business. So we just touched on it. What are some key features that you get from dashboards and the combination of spreadsheets? Data manipulation, real-time updates, and integration with other apps. We'll get into what this looks like during our demonstration, but I want you to take note of how this will come to fruition as we continue along today's webinar. So without further ado, as we like to say here, let's get into our demo database. Yep, good to go. All right, welcome to our landing dashboard. We'll be focusing on these two modules today, dashboards and documents. Let's go ahead and build out some fundamental knowledge before we start to make some customizations. Welcome to the dashboard applications. What you see here on the left-hand side are menu options. These menus are directly generated from the modules you have downloaded respectively in your database. Odoo provides pre-built dashboards for you to explore. I want to make a note of the top filter bars we're seeing here. This is a nifty and quick way to filter out exactly what you're looking for with just a matter of clicks. Do you need to track sales by a specific salesperson? Done. Do you need to go and track inventory purchases here by a specific vendor? Easy. That's just the cusp of what these filters can provide. Now let's go ahead and check out Dashboard's bestie here, Documents. So Documents is where your spreadsheets are housed. And I want to make a note that this spreadsheet here is exactly where that is located. Let's continue along. Alrighty, so a lot of businesses these days have sales teams to generate revenue for the business. What we're going to cover today is creating a sales commission report within our Odoo database. So first and foremost, we need to go ahead and procure some data. Odoo has lots of built-in reports, one of which we'll use today. So in the sales application itself, I'm going to go ahead and head into the sales application here. Now what we're seeing is our pre-populated graph line chart view here of the data. Now I want to make a note that you can also view it in a bar chart, a pie chart respectively, etc. I also want to note up here at the top is our filter bar. This filter bar is where you can select specific filters, group by groups, as well as saving current searches. And then last little tidbit to touch on here is the measures. Measures is different ways you can look at your data depending on what it is you need to analyze. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and check out our sale orders for a specific period. I'm thinking let's go ahead and check in on how 2024 is going so far for our sales reps. So what I'm going to do here in the filter is remove this. I'm going to keep the sales order filters. Go ahead and check in on the order date here. Let's go ahead and take a look at 2024. Alrighty, we can already see some change in trend here. Now, this is a great graph, but I want to manipulate this data. And the way to do that is through a pivot chart. So here in this top right-hand corner, I'm going to change the view. And there we have it, a beautiful pivot chart. Now I could go into this filter bar and change the data as needed, but what I'm going to do here is go ahead and add in some more fields up top. So what I want to define up here is the overall period that we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead, scroll down to order date, and year. But before we get too excited, let's go ahead and check out what custom groups outside of what we see in this menu are available. So by clicking this bar here, I can easily pull up data, just to name a few. But let's go ahead and focus on the year here. So we have our respective sales reps on the left-hand side, Mr. Mark Demo and Mr. Mitchell Admin. We're seeing the year 2024, and then we're also seeing the totals on the right-hand side. Now, this looks good to me to work with. Let's go ahead and calculate their commission today. What I'm going to do is manipulate this data with, you guessed it, Dashboard's best buddy, spreadsheets. Let's get into it, shall we? We're going to go ahead and insert in spreadsheet, and we're going to go ahead and create a blank spreadsheet. Let's start this from scratch. Pretty easy, right? So this may look familiar if you're a user of G Sheets or Excel. We have very comparable functionalities, if not. Let's go ahead and start on titling this report here. This is going to be our sales commission report. Alrighty. So this is going to be our master data we're working with today. However, we're going to need some coefficients to reference with, right? So let's start building that data out. This is where I would like my commission total to populate. Let's expand that just to make things a little more user friendly there for the interface. And then we're going to go ahead and create a separate sheet down here in the left-hand corner. And let's go ahead and start organizing our data a bit further. We're going to start with the sales rep, and then we're going to go ahead and incorporate their multiplier. Let's go ahead and add in that reference sheet from sheet number 1. Mr. Mark Demo will populate there. We'll copy and paste the formula to bring down those information respectively. Now, both Mark Demo and Mitchell Admin receive 7% on all sales there. So let's go ahead and add in that multiplier. Now, where we're going to manipulate this data is back in the master sheet here. So what I'm going to do now is reference the total for Mark Demo. Let's go ahead and check in on his commission. Looks like Mark Demo here is generating $2,258.69 in commission this month. Not bad, Mark. Let's go ahead and drag and drop this formula, just as we did before. We can clearly see from a bird's eye view, just by looking at the numbers, who is performing better. Now, let's go ahead and visualize this data a bit further. Now, the beauty about Odoo spreadsheets is that you can work in graphs if you don't like numerical pivot charts just like this. So let's go ahead and take a look at what graphs are possible here. By going into the Insert tab, we can create a chart. Now, I want to show you which options are available. So we have a bar, line, pie, as you see here, and we can reference any of our data inside of this spreadsheet here. Moreover, if you'd like to download this spreadsheet as well, that's an option for you. So let's go ahead and head back in to our overall dashboard application there. Now, when it comes to dashboards, there's a few things we need to note before we bring data over. All data imported into and created inside of the spreadsheet application can be imported into dashboards. These are all the pre-built menus we viewed before. However, you're not limited to that. You can go ahead and create a new menu if you wish, and then go ahead and add in its respective spreadsheet here. So let's just go ahead and check out what that process looks like here. You can add a spreadsheet, and there it is, the sales commission report that we just generated there. So easy, so simple. Using the breadcrumbs, let's go ahead and head back into the dashboard application here. Now, I want to go ahead and go back to that report we generated so we can put the pieces of the puzzle all the way together here. So going back to that spreadsheet, there we can see if there's a contact assigned to it as well, sales commission. And I also want to note that this is another area where you can export the spreadsheet here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the dashboard application can have for you when you customize a dashboard. So, as mentioned previously, all of these are pre-built, but what we can look at here long term is visualize pooling data from different modules. And that's exactly what's happening here. So in this specific sheet, we have two modules working seamlessly together. Here in our actual versus target, we are looking at data from our CRM application. If we scroll down just a tad down here, we can go ahead and see the opportunity stages also. But what I really want to highlight at this point in time is the clickability. If I wanted to go ahead and see where this information is being retrieved from, I can go ahead and click directly into that menu there, and I'm right here at the projects. I can go ahead and go into the sales order reference here, pulled from sales, and I'm at the sales order. Just another easy way that Odoo can improve your quality of life with just a few clicks. Alrighty, so there we have our overall viewpoint of dashboards. Now let's go ahead and take a look at any questions that perhaps have populated into the chat yet. Can everyone see what's in dashboards? Great question. So actually, you can set up access rights and have view only or admin access rights here for dashboards. Whether you want somebody to view a specific dashboard, all dashboards, you can choose who has what visibility within this module. Do I have to have a subscription to Excel to use this? Great question. Odoo actually does this for you. Our application is built in, so you can upload Excel files from your external networks, i.e. Google Sheets, i.e. Excel from Microsoft. However, that is not required. Just as we did earlier by changing a pivot into an a spreadsheet in Odoo, you can easily do that without having to have another license with another software solution. Are there any limits to data I can export from the modules in my database? From any Odoo module, you actually can create a spreadsheet by, just as we did, converting a pivot table to a report. So essentially, the answer is yes to your question. Alrighty, before we open up the floor to more questions, let's go ahead and summarize the capabilities of Odoo dashboards. So in sum, Odoo dashboards is a powerful tool for visualizing and analyzing your data, providing valuable insights to drive business decisions. With its user-friendly interface and customizable features, Odoo Dashboard empowers you to optimize your operations and achieve your business goals. Let's go ahead and get back to the questions here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, looks like there are no questions yet. So, sorry, no further questions. Going once, going twice, sold. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this webinar, and we look forward to seeing you maximize the potential of your data with Odoo dashboards. Let's go ahead and get those questions over to Sova at odoo.com. I also have my LinkedIn there as well if you're interested in connecting via LinkedIn. I hope you have a wonderful evening and weekend, and thank you so much.